So today we're making creme brulee. So right here I have, we're gonna do 4 cups of cream. So heavy cream. This is what the technical term for creme brulee comes from. So we're gonna bring this up to a low simmer. While I'm doing that, I have my beautiful vanilla bean pod. I'm going to cut this right down the middle. And we're going to get out all of those millions of vanilla bean pods. Okay. So you're gonna use your knife and push down. I can already smell it once I cut into it. There we go, perfect. Just like that, okay. Now all of these, isn't that crazy? There's like millions of these guys in here. It's gonna go in here along with the whole pod. I'm gonna get the rest of these guys out of here. So this is what gives our gorgeous creme brulee the flavor it does. So this calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So we're gonna divide that. So in here we're gonna put this amount of sugar, and then we're gonna save the other half of the sugar for later. So in here, I'm just gonna give this a nice little stir so that sugar dissolves. And you wanna make sure that this is not boiling. We do not want a boil. Just a light simmer. Okay, so while this dissolves, now we're gonna work on our egg yolks right here. I have 7 egg yolks. I'm gonna do just a pinch of salt, and then the rest of the sugar that I was talking about earlier. So this is gonna go in here. So glad I'm making this. My daughter Brooke and I had this for dessert yesterday, and she requested I make it again also. So how convenient is that we're making it again for y'all. So a really important part of this is that you're going to temper your egg yolks. So that means we're going to ever so gently ladle in bits of that warm, heavy cream into our egg yolks. If you add all of that hot cream in here, you'll basically have creamy scrambled eggs, and that is what we do not want. So we're gonna check our temperature of this. Let's get that a little more warm. A little more warm. And then I'm going to ladle in some of the cream slow at a time. Okay, so here's my cream. Remember what I said about just slowly adding this in. So I'm gonna add a little in at a time and just continue whisking. I probably could have added a little bit more than that. I can smell the vanilla from the cream. It smells good. Looking good, my friends. Okay, this is fine now, so I'm just gonna add all of this in. It's so cool to think about how there's like literally millions of these little vanilla bean pods. Now we're gonna make sure we get all those bean pods out of there. We want all that flavor. Okay, now the next step, just get a pot. We're gonna strain this through our sieve right here. And this is where it's gonna catch any of those lumpy bits that we might have and the vanilla pods. See if I can do this. There we go. Of course, I can do this. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. There you go. All right, now I'm going to pour these into my little ramekins. Okay, here we go. I have my boiling hot water right here. I'm gonna set this in a nice little water bath. I'm gonna pour the gorgeous custard in here until, well, we're gonna bake it in the oven about 30, 40 minutes until the inside is a little bit jiggly. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we got this out of the oven. It has a nice little tiny jiggle in the center, just how I want it. So I'm gonna lift this up and put it on a wire rack so it can sit and cool. So here's my gorgeous custard. I've had this chilling wrapped in saran wrap for the entire night. You can tell it's nice and firm right now, which is exactly what I want. So I'm gonna take some of this nice, pretty turbinado sugar, and I'm going to sprinkle this all around the top part right here. I'm gonna try to get this as even as I can. I don't want any big clumps of sugar on there. So I'm going to use my lighter right here and light this all up. Not light it all up, but we're going to ever so slightly burn the sugar. You're gonna wanna hold this about 4 inches away, and I'm just gonna go around in a circle and work my way in. This might take a little bit, but that's okay. It is completely worth it. I love when you can hear that nice little crack from the sugar cracking with your spoon. Okay, so Miss Brooke, here, put your hands in here and put a tiny little bit. See how Mommy just put a tiny little bit right here? Put a tiny little bit, sprinkle some on the top of yours. Just sprinkle. There we go, good girl. Okay, now Mommy's gonna finish doing this part on mine. Okay. You wanna put some raspberries and some mint? That'll be tasty. Did you know that mint is a natural mosquito repellent? You learn something new every day. It's all sugar. So I like to use the tips of the mint leaves since they're much smaller. Just add some nice little brightness to the plate. And here we have our Mommy and Me creme brulee. We add on one more raspberry. Here we go, mommy and me creme brulee. Crack it. Yay! Taste it. You gotta dig in. Put your spoon in there. You like it? Yum. Can I have a bite too? Delicious. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Mmm. That's really good.